It was good, YouTube. It's Rage Real. So in today's video, I'm actually gonna bring y'all what I believe is one of the best bunch schemes in Madden 21. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn post notifications on. Now, before I do get into the video, I do ask that if you enjoy any part of this video or if you find any value out of what I give you, please watch at least 30 seconds of the ad. That way I can get paid. Because if you don't know, I actually do not get paid if you skip ad. And I'm trying to actually become a full-time YouTuber, so I would greatly appreciate that. But without wasting any more of you guys' time, let's go and hop into this. So we're going to be talking about gun bunch halfback strong, which is in the Carolina Panthers playbook. Again, the Carolina Panthers playbook. So the reason I'm using the Seahawks is because you want to use a dual threat quarterback who can run the ball and pass the ball. The specific reason why is because they have this nice read option, which is really good. I'm not going to go into detail about it, but just know it's a really good play. And the plays that we are going to be talking about, we're talking about wide trail, PA bunch shot, and we're going to be talking about flood. So these three plays you can dominate any opponent with. So I do want to start off by saying with personnel, it does not matter. So preferably I'd recommend you keeping your best receiver right here, and then honestly these other two spots and the tight end spot's completely up to you. I just recommend keeping your best receiver on the outside for this wide trail play. So let's go ahead and choose that. So let's go ahead and go in big nickel, and let's just go over, I don't know, let's go cover 3 first. So with this play, you're gonna notice you actually want to run this to the wide side. Now the reason it's already on the short side, I was actually pre-labbing because as y'all know, EA came out with an update the other day. Excuse me. So EA came out with an update about a week ago or so, and this gameplay I had was a little bit before that because I kind of do my videos a week in advance. So I actually had to go back and re-lab to make sure everything was still working, and I did not capture gameplay because I had to re-go back in gameplay, if that makes sense. So some of the setups, I'll let you know which setups are actually like that. But let's hop right into it. So we do have wide trail play. So for the setup, all you need to do is take triangle, put them on a wheel route, take circle, put them on a flat route, just like this. And now with R1, it's a wild card. So things you can do with R1, you can motion them across, you can take them and put him on a drag, or you can take them and put them on a hitch. Now my favorite, if you were curious about my favorite, let me go ahead and reset the play for you right here. So my favorite is probably motioning them across or putting them on a hitch. So I'll show you both of those. So now in game, they won't let you motion snap this unless they fixed it, but when I was running this, they did not let me. They actually made me set before I was able to throw it. So that's what I'm gonna demonstrate for y'all right here. So your read progressions, I'm gonna go ahead and take the sack just so you can kind of understand what's gonna get open and what you actually want to look for versus cover 3. So as you can tell, the running back is gonna be screaming wide open, just screaming. So the reason why he does is because this route right here, this flat route, is gonna pull any outside zone defender. And this angle route is what is the money right here. So he's gonna occupy this hook curl, or if it's a vertical hook, don't matter which zone they put him in, it's gonna make him push him inside some. So of course what's gonna happen now is that we're gonna have a nice combo right here. We can easily throw that. I mean, that's just easy right there. And now where's the user at, you probably wondering. So if he's using right here, I mean, look, he has the angle route, and he has the running back, so he has to make a choice, right? So that's already a plus for us. Now let's say maybe I don't know, let's say he starts doing stuff funny, right? So the reason I like the motion is post across, because sometimes this could be wide open in the middle on this break right here. Sometimes he won't be right. Maybe they put him in a spy. Maybe they put him, manned up on a running back. Maybe they do, maybe they do things with him. So I like this because it gives me an option. And of course right here, as you can tell, sometimes you can have this throw too, depending on how their zone dropping their linebacker. So sometimes you can throw this right here. Now I don't recommend it unless it's screaming wide open. So please don't, just because I said it can get open, don't throw it and throw a pick. Please don't, because then you're gonna be mad at me. So like I said, just use your discretion on that. If it's literally wide open, then throw it, because it's a post route. So that's why I said if it's wide open, take it. Now the other setup I do want to show you, it's the same setup, but I want to show you with the hitch, because I think my hitch is probably my favorite, because the user's really gonna have to choose what they want to do. So you tell, I'm gonna go ahead and take the sack right here, just so you can see. But as you can tell, you want to read between R1 and triangle, and then if they're doing funny stuff with their zones, then a lot of times X can get in a nice spot of the field. So again, I'll just show you really fast. This is open, of course. This is what I was telling you about. So now the user, of course, he's gonna be right here, right? So now he has to worry about a hitch, and he has to worry about this. So you see both of these are gonna be open right at this point. Now of course one of these is gonna be a user. So I like doing this type of play when he wants to user this guy, because why? He's gonna have to take his user, and he's either gonna have to cover, he's probably gonna think he has to cover that hitch, or if he doesn't, he's gonna run with this, right? So now we're gonna have our hitch easily open, and we're gonna have our running back out of the backfield wide open as well. And like I said, sometimes you can have this. Please don't throw that, because that'll probably be picked. But if they are doing funny stuff with their safeties or something, then you can, hit that soft spot. Now, like I said, I do recommend you just going to practice mode, testing it out. Actually, we'll test it out right here, and then we'll go ahead and move on. Because I know y'all are probably curious. Now, we'll leave it just like this. This is if they're putting their middle third over on the bunch side, which most people do, so they do not get cover 3 bombed. Most people do that, so that's why this throw is even would be an option. So let's see if we can get it. So you see right there, we can actually fit that pass, but please use that with your discretion. I don't want you out there throwing a pick and then blaming me, but please use that with your discretion, because maybe if they press and that safety's more in line in the middle, it might not get that open. But I don't want to sit here and waste any more of you guys' time. So let's go ahead and move on to cover 2, just so I can show you. Now with cover 2 and the rest of them, I'm probably gonna show you just one setup, but please know you can use both setups, please. So I'll probably just show you with the hitch, just because. And then next one, I'll probably show you with a drag, just to show you that you could do, endless amount of things with it. You can tell X is going to get wide open. We had triangle get wide open. And if you notice something against cover 2, you can actually have triangle as a late read, and you can actually dot your opponent up for an easy gain. And, well, not easy, I should say a big gain, because this is going to be a big dot. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So as you can tell, flat defender is going to get widened out, right? Like I told you, any type of hook curl or anything like that is going to get widened out, and then he's actually going to stop and play the hitch route. So look, so this is going to be wide open. So let's say he's using this guy, right, which is essentially a vertical hook. So he's going to have to occupy this, and then this can be open in a nice tender spot. And look what else we have creeping open right here. We have this post, right? So it's just a whole lot your opponent has to deal with. So if they're dropping somebody in the middle third, then guess what? We'll just have him screaming wide open. And now this is what I wanted you to look at. So look at how much distance his safety's backpedaling, because he has to account for this post that's pushing him back. And then this safety right here is going to get, and this corner is going to get kind of held right here. And even if they zone drop him, all he's going to do is keep going to their zone drop. That's already about 15 yards. So most people will probably have him about maybe 20, 25 maybe. And look, he's still going to keep running. So that's an easy dot along the sideline. You can tell, I mean, this is wide open already. I could throw this ball right now, pass leader to the sideline, rack it, and then look at this. I still have time to throw it. So this is why I love this. I love this play. This is one of my favorite plays out of bunch, and a lot of people don't really know how to utilize it. And the reason I love it too is because versus man coverage, it's almost just unfair. So after this, of course, y'all do know I got y'all with the gameplay. Now, if they're going to play man, what I recommend, please motion this guy over and either put him on a slant or leave him on his post. Either one's going to be fine. Hopefully I get some time here. I'm going to try to work the pocket a little bit. Then I'm going to quickly go into replay, and then I'll be showing you some gameplay in a second here. But if you know they're running man coverage, don't put the running back on the wheel. I'm just doing it just in case, maybe they were disguising it. But you want to, if I were you, I'll probably just put the running back on the swing route just so he can get out the way. Because why? Because the wheel route's going to turn up the field, and now this is going to be a hard throw to make, because sometimes they might let him turn around and animate. So if you know they're playing man coverage, please do not put him on a wheel route. Just put him on like a flat route, something to get him out the way. And like I said, this is going to be your money read between the angle route, and also depending on how they're playing their coverages, you can have him right. So if they're trying to press your best receiver, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get a win. And make sure you see that hard cut. That's gonna be a man beating cut, especially with the new update that they had to where receivers can get a little separation. So as long as that's not like some star corner, you'll be able to get a little separation. You can tell easily pass lead that. And also look, this angle route's going to keep running to the sideline. Look how far it runs. So he's going to keep running to the sideline, so that's going to always be an option for you. Now, the next play that I am going to talk about is going to be this flood play. So I really love this play against cover 3 and cover 2. Again, cover 3 and cover 2. So we're looking at cover 3 right here. So the reason, actually, let's go ahead and press, because I know y'all probably thinking like, man, he ain't pressing, so it might not work. So this right here is cover 3. So all we do is take R1, put him on a streak. That's legit it. So this is nice because we have a flat route going immediately to the flats, and also the circle route is going to do a great job of getting open, and it's going to make the user hesitate between circle and this dig route that we have right here. So just so I can get a little bit of time, because you need a tiny bit of time. You'll see why in a second here. So I'm gonna go and spot those two. So what you want to do, you want to drift out in the pocket, and you're gonna know the circle's gonna do a nice job of getting open right there in that little soft spot. And remember, that's against a non-zone they're not zone dropping. So this is against anybody that's not zone dropping, I should say. So the reason this is nice is because let's look at this flat route. So right now with the non-drop zone, he's actually going to somewhat play that. So you don't want to throw that. Now if they are zone dropping, that means this guy's going to at least be 15-20 yards at least when most people zone drop against bunch. So he's going to just set up right here and get open. Now if the user wants to be aggressive and go out there and use that, look what he has to give up. He has to give up a backside in route coming right here. So if he does not have two hook curls playing that, which he'll probably be using one of the hook curls, then you'll have a dot. And if he's trying to use your safety and cover 3, he has to run with that. He has no choice, or he's going to give up an easy one-play touchdown, right? And then this route is good because in the gameplay you'll see whenever right here on the break, you can lowball this right here. Now this is a hook curl, and the reason I'm saying that is because sometimes this is going to be the user. So what the user is going to see, he's going to see this dig route, like this little chop, and he's going to see this dig route as well. So it's going to make him hesitate, and a lot of times I love the lowball because they do not want to play that. I promise you they don't want to play that, and if they do, then we're going to come back and just run other combos. But a lot of times they aren't going to want to play that because of the route combos that we have coming on the field. And even if they don't run with it, then look, we'll have this wide open right there on the sideline for an easy dot. Now if they play cover 2, I really love this play against cover 2. This is my favorite play against cover 2. Now let me show you why, because you're pretty much going to have a one-play touchdown. You have a chance for it. So all you need to do, you just need to take X and then put them on a streak, and now with circle you can take them and put them on a flat route or a whip route. So I personally love the whip route. I think it develops a lot better, but I'll go and show you what I'm talking about here. Hopefully I can get some time in the pocket. As you can tell, R1, you're going to be able to pass lead that outside, and I know you're probably thinking, bro, they could probably click on that. I'm gonna state will not be able to. I got gameplay for y'all. Y'all know I wouldn't show you nothing without no gameplay. I promise. It's going to look like they could probably click on it just from looking at it in practice mode, but they won't be able to. As you can tell, we're going to play cover 2 this time, and now we're going to put him in the deep middle, because I know you're probably thinking, what if they play a coverage like this, will it still be open? And my answer to this is yes. So you want to make sure you have a lot of room. You just need to wait for him to pass him. So you can tell right there, I'm going to go and replay so you can show you. I could have scored right there. I just didn't want to waste any of y'all's time. I know I appreciate all y'all who are truly rocking with me. Y'all have no idea how much I appreciate y'all. But right here we are in cover 2. So what I was trying to tell you is, if they're zone dropping this guy, all you need is time, because he's going to get to his point and he's going to stop. Now the reason this is open is because this streak, since it's coming from in the middle of the field, is going to do a great job of holding this safety inside some, because it's just in this area, so it's not going to allow him to expand outwards like normal cover 2 deep zones do. So that's why he's going to hold in the middle. And then as you can tell, what's happening is this whip route, I can't think of the name, this whip route is going to make this cornerback pull down a little bit, so it's going to create that natural cover 2 gap, and then all you're doing is pass leading that, get a great pass lead, and you could turn and potentially score a touchdown right there. Now, as you can tell, I went ahead and moved the ball because for this last play, we're going to be talking about this PA bunch shot. So with this play, you want to obviously have as much room as you can to the wide side of the field. So I prefer you to run this with your bunch on the short side. You can run this with your bunch on the wide side, but it's going to work a lot better. Now, this is the play in the beginning of the video when I told you that there's going to be a play that I go over, which before the EA patched everything, where they, patched 146, they updated how cover 3 plays. So this is one of the things that got affected. So in my old setup, what you'll see in gameplay is I was able to put R1 on a curl, actually X on a curl, and I was able to put R1 on a hitch. So what happened in this old setup, it actually glitch out that curl flat over there, and it'll glitch out that middle third, that outside third on the left side over square. So I'll show you what this old setup look like. As you can tell, it's not going to get open. It's actually going to get matched by that hook zone right there. So as you can tell, it actually gets matched, and also the purple doesn't get glitched out. But in the game, you'll see it clear as they got glitched out. So I needed to make sure I covered that. So now I want you to understand you need to run this new setup. So I don't know if I'm going to link gameplay, because the gameplay is not what you're going to see now post update. So don't look for the gameplay for this particular setup, but I still need you to watch it, because this is really a fire setup that's going to work in game. I promise you. Y'all know I wouldn't lie to y'all. So all you need to do for this new setup, you just need to take X, put him on a drag, and you need to take R1, put him on a curl. And I like double teaming, but the most important thing, you need to motion this guy over. Now, I'm going to show you what happens if you don't motion him over. What you're going to notice is I want you to watch that hook curl. So I want you to watch circle. So you see how he matches him? We don't want that. We don't want him getting matched like that. And the reason why is because let's say the user, the other linebacker, and they cover the hitch route. Now we don't have anything open. Now we kind of have to just throw the ball away, right? So let me show you we are in cover 3. Let's go and press 2. There we go. Let's go and press. Now, with this new setup, we just want to take X, put him on a drag, R1, put him on a curl. Hopefully I have time in the pocket because I don't want to spy people. But what you're going to notice now is that this motion over curl is going to hold that hook curl. You see how he holds them? And now look what's going to happen. We're going to have a nice dot on the sideline. So that's what it looked like originally. So originally that's how it got open with the first route concept I showed you. But since they actually updated how cover 3 plays, that's the route that we have. That's the play we have to use versus cover 3. So I will show you that one more time just so you don't think it's some fluke. Just take X, put him on a drag, R1, put him on a curl. I'll be forgetting stuff. So motion him over just like that. Go ahead and snap the ball, and as you can tell, it's going to be tough because the user's going to have to decide who he wants to cover. And sometimes, even as you tell, if you get pressured, you can still throw that ball early. Do not be scared to throw the ball early. Quickly, I'm gonna hop up to replay because I do understand that y'all have things to do of that nature. I want to go out and try this scheme because it's really good if you pair it with bunch offset. So what's gonna happen is this hook curl is gonna have to match this. He has no choice. It's sitting right in front of his face. He's gonna have to play that. And if they start zone dropping their linebackers, then he's not even gonna match it at all. So he's just gonna be sitting right here, and the user's gonna have to respect that. Now, the reason this is good is because if they are zone dropping, which means they're saying, hey, I'm gonna take this guy and put him at 15-20, then what? We're gonna have a drag wide open, and 9 times out of 10 the user gonna have to decide between what? Do I want to cover this hitch? Not hitch. Do I want to cover this curl, or do I want to cover this route? And then think about it. If they start trying to use this linebacker here, what? We can attack other concepts that we talked about, or we could hit a drag, or maybe we could playmaker this guy since he's right here in front of our face. You might be able to get a playmaker with him. So it's endless with this play, and that's why I really love this scheme, and it's one of the most slept on schemes in Madden 21 for some reason. So right here I will show you cover 2. I'm about at the end of the video, so I do appreciate all y'all who stayed and watched the whole thing, and y'all do know I have the timestamp, so please make sure you check the timestamps. But we are going to go ahead and motion them over, and it's going to be the same exact concept. So what's going to happen? X can get open, yes, and we're also going to have circle right there. Now as you can tell, against cover 2, they will actually match that. They'll actually match that, so do be careful, but as long as you can win, you'll be fine. Now I will show you again. Hopefully I don't get screamed at, so I can actually fully show you, and then I'll show you what it looks like versus the first setup. So you see right there, I mean it's just gonna get wide open. So the reason it got matched because I threw it way too early, and I am gonna run it again just so you can understand that it does work. Now I love this against anything other than man. And the reason why is because you only have one man beater. Well, you have two. You have this post route, so if they're playing purples, this can potentially get open. And you also have this route right here. And I'll show you what I would do versus man here in a second. So first, I just want to show you the setup again, just so you know it's not fluke. Let's do running something like this because most people will use cover 2 like that. Nobody's gonna not put a middle third when facing bunch against cover 2. Well, when they're running cover 2, I can promise you that. If they are, they clearly don't know what they're doing. But you're gonna see R1 can get open. He's actually gonna match that. So then boom. So you can either have R1 right on the break, or you can have circle coming over the top. So quickly, I want to talk about man coverage. So what I was trying to say is, let's say they wanted to put purples, right? So maybe they were playing a cover style like this. Maybe they shaded over the top so they wouldn't get beat. Now what I would do versus man is I would probably just take R1, put him on a slant, and I'll probably leave X on his check and release, because if it is zone, you'll still have a nice concept with this backside slant to circle combo. So hopefully I can get a little bit of time right here. You see, sometimes you can have R1, but if they don't zone drop right, you can have circle, or you can throw it all the way across body to your best receiver on a deep breaking post. So honestly, this offense is really good. And also there's a Z spot play in here. If y'all wanted me to go over that, please let me know. I can. Anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for this video though. Let me know how you enjoyed this scheme, and please, like I said, if you watch at least 30 seconds of the ad, I truly appreciate it. But anyways, I hope you have a blessed day. I'm Rage Rail, and I'm out.